quivering. Isn't that a brownout? You see it?
Yeah. I thought you had a...
Please don't turn off air conditioner.
We're live.
Oh.
Hey.
Woohoo! We're the Snarky Sisters. I'm Diana.
And I'm Lisa.
And we're going to do a little theme song for you. We've got some great guests in the spotlight.
Great.
It's great, and
super great.
Well, you'll find out in about 30 seconds. It's the Sunday Songwriter Spotlight with the Snarky Sisters. We're live at noon.
Made on time.
Right here on our Facebook page. With our friends, we will commune because we're communists. Featuring Cletus Kennelly and some of his fabulous tunes.
You pronounced it right.
I did.
We're here in our pajamas. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. We're drinking well, I'm having a margarita. What are you having?
I'm having a wine in a can.
Oh, look what Lori's got.
Ah.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. OJ and Fresca.
All right. Everybody's got something. All right. 1 second. Hold that thought. Have to carefully balance that margarita to the floor.
I wonder when my wine expires.
I don't know. I wouldn't look. So where was I?
Drinking our margaritas with a
big old ice cube floater. With the luminous Lori Kelley and bad leader extraordinaire Billy Coulter. Whee! Yay! We are excited to be here. Hi, guys. And over here, you'll see Daisy next to Snarky Puppy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Sid is in the back.
Oh, Sid the parrot.
Sid the talking parrot.
Oh, whoa.
Sid is able to make her voice sound exactly like her. It's really creepy.
Oh, wow.
When she leaves the house, she's like, good dog, good dog.
He says, I'm going to kill you. No, he doesn't say that.
I think Daisy knows she's on the camera. Look at her.
Yeah.
I think she's expecting a bone.
Yeah.
How did you get her to sit there?
Because she thinks I have a treat for her, but it's a guitar pick.
That's funny.
Well, anyway, we have three amazing guests today. We have Cletus, we have Billy, Lori. This is really fun.
Yeah.
So I get to do the... Oh, thank you. I get to do the first part and embarrass Cletus and read his bio.
Ooh,
So Cletus Kennelly is an 11-time WAMMIE award-winning singer, songwriter, recording studio, engineer, producer. He's won so many Wammies here. Best New Artist, Songwriter of the Year, Best Contemporary Folk Vocalist, 5 times. Best Contemporary Folk Duo with yours truly, Lori, 3 times. And Best Contemporary Folk Recording. Yay, let's all,
woo! Yeah.
That's pretty darn good. Amazing. My gosh, 36 songwriting awards. I bet you it's more since you wrote this. Knowing you.
Yeah, I don't update my webpage very often. So.
Yeah.
Since then, he's won 3 Grammys and 5 Tonys and 2 Emmys.
Really?
And right, an Oscar. First place in 2004 Mid-Atlantic Song Contest. Second place awards in 97, 99, 2001. All kinds of Mask Awards. Oh gosh, the Louisville Area Songwriter Competition. My gosh. And you go from so many styles. I was talking to Diana the other day that you do folk and you do pop, you do more contemporary stuff, you do older kind of sounding stuff, sort of the gamut. So the new thing I've noticed is you're posting videos of your stuff.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure if you were still reading. I wanted to pause.
I'm sorry, I'm done.
Okay. There's more to say if you want. I've been planning to release a record for 5 years now or whatever, and finally now I have an excuse with the pandemic. But at some point, in the midst of my inertia, paralyzed by the solitude and the pandemic, I was like, well, what's the goal of putting out a record in physical format? Like, it's to get the songs heard. So I can do that now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've made some videos on YouTube. That was a steep learning curve, trying to incorporate video with, because iMovie's very different than Pro Tools for audio, and the things that I normally do, I'm like, why isn't this working? Like, oh yeah.
iMovie is horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hate working with it.
I eventually figured it out. But,
It's hard to work with, man.
But it is, I mean, really, in the big picture, it's an amazing time to be in a pandemic where we can release songs, and we can, I mean, you two are in Maine, I'm in Maryland, Billy's at the beach, Lori's in Nashville, so, I mean, and we're all, and then people can watch it wherever they want, it's pretty amazing. And even for, like, I've had sessions recorded here where the bass player sent me bass tracks, and I can edit and mix them and then send the mix to the artist. It's just really, there's a lot of opportunity that I don't take for granted,
Yeah. So what would you like to play for us today?
I'll do it. It's an older song. It's going to be on my new record that's going to come out 5 years ago, and, called Our Time of Autumn.
So I'm going to mute myself, okay?
Okay. Every time the world turns around the hot sun, you find out now you got one, yet another ring around the center of your tree. But the leaves tell another story, going out in a blaze of glory. Pity you and I can't find the strength to do the same. Let 'em rain. All that's lost or fallen by the wayside, and all that gets swept away, all that you thought your life might be. All are there but buried by the landslide of everything that you've lived. All of the worries, all of the glories, all of the stories in every little life. So now you're nearly halfway to the station. You start the negotiations. Just another day or month or year might make it right. But you might as well embrace these days of autumn. If you got 'em, then you bought 'em. Each and every time you got knocked down, only to rise and face the light. All that's lost or fallen by the wayside, and all that gets swept away, all that you thought your life might be. All are there but buried by the landslide of everything that you've lived. All of the worries, all of the glories, all of the stories in every little life. As we pour through our own histories, contemplate the mysteries of our lives. When we wonder where the time has gone, time just keeps on keeping moving on. Everything behind us in the forest, what lies left before us matter little when compared to what we've got inside. In every life, all that's lost or fallen by the wayside, all that you thought your life might be. All are there but buried by the landslide. All of the worries, all of the glories, all of the stories in every little life.
Woo!
Very good.
That was great, Cletus. Cletus, a lot of people are watching.
I love that
Seth
song.
Kybell says, "Uh-oh, Cletus is wearing a tie."
Yeah. Well, if he
When
can,
was
I
the
can.
last time you wore a tie, Cletus?
Had to be the Wammies a few years back. Yeah, it has been a while, but I've been
I know.
told I clean up nice, so
Yeah,
I'm glad that
you
you
sure do.
We see too many people broadcasting on, on the news from their bedrooms, and they're still wearing their
Tracksuits
pajamas.
and pajamas.
And I was saying it's nice that they got dressed up for national
Yeah.
news.
I figure I have enough going against me. I have to look good if I can. So.
You look great.
And I still
Your
like
guitars
skin
look
ties.
great too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's the yeah.
We're gonna shout out to some of the
Yeah,
people.
go ahead.
We see Rick and Arch and Tommy, Ed. I said it wrong again. Tommy,
Yeah.
Seth, Denise, Joan, Chris, Beth, and Seth. Hi.
Oh, hey everybody. Yeah, I know.
And Mara too.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
Mara.
sort of like, was it Romper Room? I see Eddie and Janie and.
I remember that.
Yeah, Maura's the one that I was mentioning recorded here, and her bass player sent the tracks over the internet, and so that was pretty cool.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
yeah, I looked who was coming just so I don't know why, just so I know who was watching.
Yeah, this is fun. Can you tell us a little bit about your guitars behind you, because they're so pretty, and your mandolin and your banjo?
Yeah, well, I don't know which side of the screen. That side, that's
Yep.
the mandolin, which
Yep.
I play like a guitar player. The bluegrass guys are not impressed, but it works. That's a classical guitar, nylon string. That's a 6-string regular. And then right there is one version of a high-strung guitar. It has the high half of 12-string guitars.
That's the nervous guitar.
Yeah.
They're on meds. Those high strung, they're on meds all the time.
That's the other one. They put them close together to comfort each other. And then this is a guitar banjo, also called a gitjo or a bantar. I wish they would decide.
Oh, okay.
And that's my 12-string, which I used to play exclusively. And then for no reason, I kind of switched back to 6-string. I don't know why. And then there's one more. That's my Paisley Telecaster copy.
Wee.
It's sort of is too much of a rock-looking guitar for me to play, because Lori and I were playing somewhere, and I think Lori asked for feedback from and he goes, "Well, it might not be the best guitar for your solos, just visually."
So, Cletus, I have a cheater banjo too,
Oh,
cool.
whoa.
Is
It's
it
a-
strung like a mandolin?
a ukulele.
Oh,
That's funny.
yeah.
So, hey, it works for us. So, what you got for another song for us? We'd love to hear you sing another one.
Okay. I thought I was only doing one, but okay, we'll do.
Oh, you do
Ha ha
not.
ha. We'll mute ourselves now.
Okay, this is I wrote this right at the beginning of the pandemic. Sorry. I need a guitar tech for my capos. I wrote it at the beginning of the pandemic, before I knew how bad it was going to be, and it's called "The Death of Me," which is sort of a strange title of a song for a pandemic, but it's more about rebirth. It's about, anytime we evolve as people, there's kind of a death of our former self. Hopefully it's one we wanted to move away from. So, but it's slow, and it's far more hopeful than it sounds. There's something about my voice that makes everything sound heavy, I think. So anyway. There it is. I wish I could forget it, 'cause I can't seem to regret it. It felt an awful lot like love. Now my head's in the sand, there's a tremble in my hand. There ain't no use explaining, 'cause no one understands that once the downhill wheels are in motion, step aside and let me ride. This life is gonna be the death of me eventually. And I wish I could change into something stronger, like water that used to be a vapor, later to be frozen into solid ice, yet still can get itself together. When you say you're not crying, there's just something in your eye. Does everybody claim it's just your favorite disguise? Well, I know I seem unsteady, I'll get there when I'm ready. No, it's not too heavy, that's what levees are for. Got my finger in the dike of emotion, but I'm not worried, I've got time. These lies are waiting on the death of me to get the best of me. And I'm hoping to change into something stronger, like water that used to be a vapor, later to be frozen into solid ice, yet still can get itself together. Nothing lasts forever, we shed our skin. Water finds its level, the tide comes in. And in the dead of winter, there's the promise of a coming spring. New life is waiting on the death of me to bring on a better me. And I'm ready to change into someone stronger, like water that used to be a vapor, later to be frozen into solid ice, yet still can get itself together.
Woohoo!
Wow, fabulous.
Nice.
Really lovely. Very, very thoughtful, thought-provoking, and emotional lyrics.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Do you know how to yodel too? Yodelay.
I learned that from the Swiss Miss Hot Chocolate Club.
Excellent. How are you at Ricola?
The yodel requires falsetto for me, and it's always a little touch and go. I hit it okay there, but it's not my comfort zone.
We'll leave that to Karen Collins, right?
Oh yeah.
That was beautiful. That was really beautiful.
lovely.
So what do you write first, lyrics or music or both?
Kind of both, but I wrote songs at the beginning when I started writing. I wrote what I thought were good lyrics, and maybe some were, but most of them weren't, and most of them were, I thought you had to be cryptic, so it sounded artistic, and you'd need a decoder ring to figure out what I mean, and I'd spend all the time on the lyrics, and then I go, all right, let's go. And I'm not good at that. I'm not good at having lyrics and creating a melody for them. So I just, I think I don't know if it's called gibberish, but I started just finding a chord progression or a groove that I liked, and I sing gibberish, and at some point the gibberish, maybe a phrase will come out, and then my mind wants to go, okay, it's about this, let's write about this, and I'm like, no, back off.
Yeah.
And then I just keep doing and letting it happen, and which is really fascinating to kind of watch. I mean, it's hard, but it's I'll sing a line and I'll go, ooh, that's a good line, where'd that come from? Like so
Yeah.
I like the sounds of words, so phonetics are important, and that's what comes out when I write gibberish style first, so that the lyrics have a rhythm, you know, outside of the guitar. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Are you working on some songs now?
When it was obvious the pandemic was going to be a while, and I had some recording sessions that got canceled because of it, I took out 5 cardboard boxes of cassettes of songs I had started, some going back 20 years. And I spent about 3 days holed up listening to cassettes, and I started to kind of demystify my writing. I'm like, yeah, I know where I'm going next. Yep, that's where I thought I was going. And then, but clumping songs together, like, yeah, these sound like they're going to be the same song. And then for 3 or 4 days I did that, and then I just hit a wall and started eating. So
Yeah.
Yep. So that's how John Prine did his albums. I think, especially the last one, he had, you know, paper bags full of scraps of paper with lyrics scribbled on them, and he rented a hotel room and then wrote the album
wow.
in not a short amount of time, or a short amount of
Right.
time. I think it was pretty short.
Well,
Well, what do you want to play next for us, Cletus?
I'll do The Edge of America. This was a friend of mine heard it when I first posted I guess he heard it on SoundCloud. I did that first. Wrote it over 2 years ago. A friend of mine from college said, yeah, I like your song. I wouldn't want to wear my MAGA hat when I'm playing it, though. And I go, it's really not attacking. You know, it's not anti-anybody. It's anti-hatred, really, if anything. And it's, I guess as much as anything, it's a State of the Union. But because of that, I had done a video, and then a lyric video, and then I thought, yeah, I'm not going to do one where the lyrics match with the visual lines up with the lyrics, because I thought the lyrics were pretty, you know, obvious, you know. And but then after a couple of people thought it was about something else, parts of it, I was like, all right, I'm going to do the video. So, let's see. Sorry, I'm not coming through the headphones, and so they were muffling my. We can cut that in post, and right. Looking for seashells by the tides of the beach, and all your troubles seem to be out of reach. When you're straddling the sea and the land, nothing much matters with your toes in the sand. Oh, 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 mercy me, I'm walking along the edge of America. A little bit inland and the scenery's changed. American dreamers with their dreams out of range, where everything has turned the color of rust. It's hand to mouth, but you do what you must. Oh, 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 mercy me, they're living on the edge in America. Their eyes wide open when they walk down the street, 'cause 7 and 10 just might be packing heat. We're all playing American roulette. You play with fire and you get what you get. Oh, 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 mercy me. Everybody's on edge in America. Everybody blinked and look what came through the door. They don't even wear their hoods anymore. Now there's a feeling that the dream on is over. Are we looking at the end of America? We flood the streets, we carry the signs. It's a drop in the ocean, yeah, but these are the times for patriots, rebels, and suffragettes. Makes you think maybe we ain't beaten yet. Oh, 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 mercy me. We're hanging by a thread in America. And oh, it looks like we gotta get together to rebuild America.
Oh, wow.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you have to wait till the very last line to hear the hope in the song. So thank you for listening all the way through.
Well, you have both Lisa and we're here now bawling. Our makeup is streaking.
Oh.
That's a profound song, Cletus. That's a really, truly,
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It's on SoundCloud, isn't it?
Yeah, and then there's a couple of videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
One of them just has some images of people on the cliff. I liked it fine, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna just spell it all out here. This is what's happening. You know, I think it was the Wisconsin thing that went, okay, I'm not gonna hide from the lyrics. So
Well, that song definitely resonates today, as fresh as it could have been when you wrote it.
Yeah, true.
Was 2 years ago, you said?
yeah, it was over 2 years ago. I was really surprised that when I looked up when I had posted it on SoundCloud, I'm like, wow. So yeah, I'd said I was hoping it would be obsolete by now. That's why I posted it when I did, rather than waiting for the record. I'm like, nah, no one will care about this, a year from now, because everything will be.
Well,
It's
Just don't write any songs about meteorites hitting the earth or anything, if you would.
we're with you on that.
yeah, too late.
Oh, no.
Cletus, Ruth Alice Wright just wrote, great song, just where we are. How many people can say this in a song? Yeah, Cletus.
Oh, Ruth. We know Ruth.
Ruth and David White, yeah, they're great fans to the acoustic community.
Yeah.
Great friends. Yeah, she's
And Seth Kybella wants to know, what is a cassette?
Wow. Yeah.
He's so young, he doesn't know.
I have.
I think he knows.
Yeah. I do remember.
So before we
Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead, Cletus.
No, I do remember having a guitar student come into my house. It had to be 10 years ago, and I have, 600 probably vinyl records in this one bookcase. And he goes, "What are those?" And like, the kids today, that same age kid would go, "Oh, cool, vinyl," because it's back.
I know.
Yeah.
So before we go forward, I just want to say, Cletus, you have a website. Is it CletusKennelly.com?
Yeah, or
Kennelly.
Yeah.
Kennelly. I knew I was going to do that.
It looks like Kennedy, and it helps people spell it better. So I normally don't correct anybody, but.
Okay. But any one who is viewing this right now, you can see there's a link to PayPal for tips where they're very graciously accepted for Cletus. It's paypal.me/Cletus
Kennelly.
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 All right, we're
Kennelly.
working. You guys, we're kind of known for mangling people's names, so we're working on a song. I think we have to add Kennelly to a next
Yes.
verse.
Yeah.
That should be on our site pretty soon. But
And doesn't Seth call his name Kybel?
Kybel, Seth
Right?
Kybel.
Yeah.
yes,
You said Kybel, so I'm just,
yeah. Oh, thank you.
Got her right.
yeah.
Thank
I
you.
don't know why I did that. It's
Uh,
the it's the wine in a can.
yeah, blame it on
Wow,
me.
you're a cheap drunk.
So I think we have time for one more. I wish we had time for all of you to play all day because you're so great, all of you. Cletus, please give us one more song.
Okay. Someone's feeding back. Is that gonna? I guess everyone's muted.
Everyone mute, please.
So this is called The Space Between. There was an amazing show with Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's one of these guys that's so brilliant, but still knows how to explain to knuckleheads, you know, like me, who can understand it. Actually, I had a year of engineering in college, so I don't want to say that too much. But, so he was talking about in an atom is mostly empty space. And so that, you know, we're all not standing on the floor, we're standing on mostly the air, you know, microscopically floating above the floor. It's fascinating. And he had a show called Cosmos, which was just brilliant. And so I was thinking about that, and this space between is just, I thought, well, that's where life happens, right? And we have highs and lows, but most of life is in the space between those. And so it's about various aspects of space between. So. In the time you get to wander between the lightning and the thunder clapping down, you can count the miles. You know that when the countdown gets to 10 without a sound, here come blue skies. There's a calm before the storm that gets you ready. But it's the better days that hold you steady. Alright, what cannot be heard, what cannot be seen, sometimes in the space between. The love between the waves is the cradle to the grave. Life is in the space between. If the time comes when you wonder if it all went asunder, then you're bound to count your scars. But in the time between the good night and the dreams that come around, you can thank your stars. It's a kick when you get hit by Cupid's arrow, but it's your love of life that's the marrow. Right? What cannot be heard, what cannot be seen, are sometimes in the space between. The love between the waves is the cradle to the grave, and life is in the space between. 'Cause there's not much that lives inside an atom. We know molecules are mostly empty matter, but the space in between is all we're standing on.
good.
Very good.
It's awesome.
Woo.
We like you.
All right.
The crowd goes wild.
You missed that sound?
Oh, is that what that was?
I was wondering what that was. I was like, did
thought-
someone just flush the toilet?
Wow.
I thought it was your
Coffee
body of
grinder.
water outside the cabin there.
Yeah.
That was fabulous. You
That's
know,
really good.
that
Yeah.
was fabulous, Cletus. That was really good. And now everything is topsy-turvy and everything you wrote is true. There is no ground underneath us. It is all air.
Ooh, I never
We are
thought
on
of
the
that.
edge of the world.
Yeah.
Smile and be happy. Don't worry.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Cletus. Everyone go to Cletus's website. Is it CletusKennelly.com?
Yep. Yeah.
And PayPal and tip him, because that's the only way we're making any money except from our garage sales.
And thank you, Diana and Lisa, for putting this together. I know it's a lot of work. For everybody listening, we did sound checks on Friday and Saturday and today before the show, so it's a lot of work.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's difficult because Zoom is so persnickety and we never know what it's going to do to us,
Oh,
but we always
no.
know it is against us. So we're working against it. So up next is anybody who has been in Washington in the folk scene or music scene in general knows Cletus and Lori, and they were together for about 12 years. It was a duo,
Yeah.
and we have both of them here today. Lori Kelley, who is a prolific and super talented songwriter. She's lived in DC, Key West, and now she's in Nashville. And tell us about Nashville, Lori. Is it glamorous and exciting as my band, one of my bands played at the Ryman Auditorium
Oh,
a while
wow.
back, and that was a
Big time.
mystical religious experience.
Yeah, that's big time.
Tell us
Nashville is magical. It's like, if you're a musician, coming to Nashville is like getting a doctorate in music and going to school full time. It's like a giant music campus. Everywhere you go, whether you're at the butcher or the nails, getting your nails done, or wherever you are, everyone is a musician or a singer or a songwriter, and it's really exciting and fun. It's just great. I love it.
Well, we're glad, and we want to know what you want to play for your first song here.
Well, I have a song I wrote with my friend Will Duvall, and he came in and he said, "Hey, I got a title," and I go, "What is it?" And he goes, "Crocodile," and I go, "Ooh, cool." He goes, "Yeah, kind of like a father-daughter song, Crocodile Tears," and I go, "Crocodile tears are fake, right?" And he goes, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're not real. A crocodile smile lures you in." And he's like, "Let's write that song." Yeah. So that's what, yeah. Should I play it? Okay, here it is.
Yes.
Right. You were right, he was wrong for me. Couldn't see, didn't want to believe he was dangerous the way he was. Driving me wild with that pearly white, mile wide, terrifying smile of a crocodile. Ooh, yeah, crocodile. Ooh, yeah. Everything he does, everything he says, part of his game. Bites his lip, draws you in like a moth to a flame. Everything he does, everything he says, it's just a game. By the time you think to get away, you know it's too late. Fake. He ain't afraid to manipulate, get his way, even if it takes some emotion. Don't get him going, 'cause when the tears start coming and the makeup's running, it's all part of the fun for a crocodile. Ooh, yeah, crocodile. Ooh, yeah. Everything he does, everything he says, part of his game. Bites his lip, draws you in like a moth to a flame. Everything he does, everything he says, it's just a game. By the time you think to get away, you know it's too late. Yeah, he's a crocodile. never done this before. Purposely ignored the warning signs of a pearly white, mile wide, terrifying smile of a crocodile. Ooh, yeah, crocodile. Ooh, yeah. Everything he does, everything he says, part of his game. Bites his lip, draws you in like a moth to a flame. Everything he does, everything he says, it's just a game. By the time you think to get away, get away. By the time you think you can get away, you know it's too late. Yeah, he's a crocodile. Ooh, ooh, he's a crocodile. Ooh, ooh, he's a crocodile. That jerk.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That's a perfectly snarky song, Lori. That's great. We love it. And we actually start doing it. I love that song.
It's on my new CD.
Oh, tell us about your CD.
Oh, it came out last June, before the pandemic. And I just put a bunch of songs that I'd written here in Nashville that no one recorded. And I was like, these are good songs. I want to record them. So recorded them. You can find them anywhere, iTunes, Spotify, you name it. You can find my music. So
okay, what's the name of the album?
It's called Lori Kelley, Under Stars and Storms. And my daughter did the artwork.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Lori Kelley, Under Stars and Storms.
And your daughter did the artwork behind you too, which is also somewhat snarky, isn't it? It's not little cute bears or seals, it's bear heads.
Those are decapitated teddy bear heads, from people's their sweet stuffed animals that she got at Goodwill.
Don't worry, Snarky Puppy, you're okay.
Yeah, live animals are safe.
My question is, why did you leave Washington? I know Nashville is a fabulous town, but why did you break up such a great act? Or did you break up the great act?
Well, we had been playing for 12 years and my husband had retired and I wanted to move to Nashville and see if I could make it as a songwriter. And so everything just kind of closed down. Cletus wanted to open a studio, urban garden music studio, and have his record people. And I wanted to write songs. So that's how that ended or began.
Yeah. We noticed you were singing. What, Cletus?
I didn't know if I was muted. Can you hear me?
No, you're good. We can hear you.
Yeah, Lori was regularly going to Nashville in a few years before she moved. So this was not a sudden move.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Well, we were lucky to have you when you were here in D.C.
Yeah, it was great.
I definitely was. Made me a better singer.
Yeah, it was great to have you.
Like, wow, I fall off pitch a lot, don't I? Because she would stick the landing and I go,
Go
yes,
on.
too bad you can't do stuff virtual. It's just the technology is not good enough yet.
No, yeah.
Well, what can you play for us next, Lori?
Oh, I thought Billy was going to play, but I got one more, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to play a song I wrote with my friend Jeremy Staubus, or Jeremy Michael is his stage name, actually. Met him about 6 years ago, and we've written about almost 30 songs together, and this is one of them. He's recording this for his next album. It's called Drum Roll. Let's see. It's a little out of tune, but good enough for Nashville, right? Yeah, she's swaying on the dance floor, gonna show the world what she can do. 2 shots followed by a 6-pack, taking several swigs of 100 proof. A little bit of 2-step playing on the jukebox, Ariad's keeping time. Then Mr. Smooth Joe Turquoise Bolo do-si-dos from behind. Oh girl, whoa, you're spinning like a record, losing all control. Tonight's the night, gonna put on a show, but you can't go wrong if you got a song starting with a drum roll. She's been working at the same job, sorting all the books at the library. 2 friends pick her up at 7 with a change of clothes and a guarantee to never let her go back to that old habit of missing these nights on the town. You should have seen the shock when she walked in people stopped talking when she let her hair down. Oh, girl, whoa, you're spinning like a record, losing all control. Tonight's the night, gonna put on a show, but you can't go wrong if you got a song starting with a drum roll. It's the beginning of something new. She's not just letting go, she's cutting that wild horse loose. Oh, girl, whoa, you're spinning like a record, losing all control. Tonight's the night, gonna put on a show, but you can't go wrong if you got a song starting with a drum roll. Oh, girl, whoa, you're spinning like a record, losing all control. Tonight's the night, you're gonna put on a show, but you can't go wrong if you got a song starting with a drum roll. No, you can't go wrong if you got a song starting with a drum roll.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Great vocals. Wow.
I had so much fun.
Powerful.
It was like the first time I performed in 4 months.
Oh, girl. Hey, before you go, I want to see what kind of guitar is that? What do you have?
This is a 79 Guild. It's Lake Placid Blue. It looks kind of green, but it used to be Lake Placid Blue. Guild, 1978, I think. Yeah.
Ooh, gorgeous.
My brother-in-law found it for me. I got 2 of them. He found both of them for me. Butch Nielsen, Eckert Nielsen. Yeah, he found them for me.
Oh, you got some. Oh, she's got delayed applause.
The crowd is going wild.
Yay!
Not a good feel. Everybody, isn't this a great? I miss that so much. Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
drink to that. Yeah.
Right.
Here we go. Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
Nice job, Lori. Gosh, that was great.
Thank you
so much. And everyone should go to Lori's site and you can read all about how Shel Silverstein was one of her.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, quick, tell us about that story, because that's a great story.
Oh well, yeah. We lived in Key West, and I was playing at Captain Tony's Saloon, and this man used to come. This older gentleman would come, and he'd stand in the door, and I'd be playing, and he would, when I get done, he'd go like this to me. And I'd be like, oh, that's a cool dude. And then later I found out it was Shel Silverstein would walk by Captain Tony's. He never came in, but he'd walk by and listen to my songs. And then he would send people to come to Captain Tony's Saloon to hear Lori Kelley play. And I was like, oh my God, what? Really? So yeah, that was a cool thing.
That should be at the top of your bio.
I know. It should be. I know.
Well, thank you so much, Lori. We hope you come back.
You. Oh, yes.
Really,
thank you, ladies. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you.
Diane.
So it's Lori Kelley.
LoriKelley.com. LoriKelley.com. Yeah.
LoriKelley.com. Check her out, you guys.
Right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we're going to move over to our friend Billy, everybody's friend Billy Coulter. I'm going to embarrass you and read your bio again. Okay. So his distinctive style straddles the line between roots rock and power pop.
She said straddles.
Oh, you're snot. Okay. He blends diverse influences from Dylan to Cash, Lennon and Bowie, and Washington, D.C. singer-songwriter Billy Coulter's distinctive style is fresh, authentic, with a nod to the classics that inspired him. So you were talking about
it's David Bowie.
David Bowie. You were talking about David Bowie. Yes, and I know. That's what I was saying. I was waiting for her to do that to me, you guys.
Okay, you did it on purpose.
Yes,
okay.
I did it on purpose. You say tomato, okay? So a lot of awards as well. Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Songwriter of the Year, tons of Wammies. You have been around. You've done a lot. You've been a band leader, you're a musician, songwriter. So of all the roles that you've had, what's your favorite? Do you like being the band leader? Do you like being, the lead player, the songwriter, or all of the above?
You might be surprised by this, but I just like playing guitar. And I've had a couple opportunities in the past few years when people have just said, "Hey, would you mind playing guitar?" I'm like, "No, there's no, it's like I get to have fun. I'm not having to be entertaining, and be responsible for making the audience pay attention or laugh or cry or whatever, the case may be." And I, I had forgotten what a joy it was to just play guitar and sing backing vocals whenever possible. So I've spent the last 18 years, managing, being a band leader for two bands, and added a third this past year. And I got to tell you, the pandemic's a nice break. I have hardly picked up my guitar at all. There's a couple songs that want to be written that I'm just like, yeah, I'm not ready for that right now. So, it's a welcome change, but it's also, I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say it's saddening. What Diana was saying is like, we as musicians, I'll speak for myself. There's nothing more rewarding or comforting or joyful as to play your own song for somebody in audience and have them, appreciate it. It's just, it's the validation I probably sought since I was 10 years old, and so with that missing, I've had to sort of redefine, what is happiness, but
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on.
That's totally right.
Yeah.
Well, you want to play a song for us?
Sure. So, I wrote this song right after the unfortunate events of 19 years ago, in September, and it's one of those songs that I went back to it just the other day, and I was like, wow, this things haven't changed enough. So. I take the wheel from here, 'cause I wanna disappear. There's not a cloud in the deep blue sky. Who could have known this was a good day to die? A little bit south is serenity. I can't see it from here. A little bit south is serenity. Your voice draws me near. It leaves me a bit exposed. When our leaders act like they know what to do in this brand new fight. So this is the first day of the rest of your life. I'm a little bit south of serenity. I can't see it from here. A little bit south of serenity. Your voice draws me near. When the emptiness starts to swell, it's like I spent a few days in hell. The silence is killing me. One day at a time in the land of the free. I'm a little bit south of serenity. I can't see it from here. A little bit south of serenity. Your voice draws me near. A little bit south of serenity. I can't see it from here. No, a little bit south is serenity. Your voice draws me near.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
You're totally right. Things haven't changed enough, Billy.
God help us.
Yeah, I love that lyric, South of Serenity. Nice.
Yeah, where I live.
Yeah.
So tell us about you're in Delaware now at the beach. What happened overnight?
Delaware. It was really, really windy yesterday, and the whole beach, which was about a third of its size, a quarter of its size after the getting pummeled and making a big ledge, was filled with foam. It was like this brownish sand foam, and there was just like 6 feet maybe left of the beach that you could sit on. So first world problem. Wow, I walked down there yesterday afternoon and I was like, where'd the beach go? So I'm sure it'll come back. It usually does, but you know, it's beautiful today. It's like 78 degrees. Just September's the best month at the beach. I shouldn't say that out loud because it's secret.
Oh, wow.
So I'm happy to
Tell us, Billy, tell us about your website and where you can go to get your music. And
you know, if there are any gigs on the website showing, they've been canceled. So I think it's all out of whack, but it's billycoulter.com, COULTER. Although if you spell it without the U, I have that domain too.
Oh, good.
But yeah, there's song, you can play all my songs there with SoundCloud links and some videos too. So thank you.
Yeah, so anybody listening, please share this. We will archive all these shows on the Sunday Songwriters Spotlight Facebook page. So please share and get this out. We have some great singers. We've had great singers in the past, and obviously today we've got a wonderful all-star cast again. Billy, what could you do for us for a second song and give us a little bit of an intro?
Yeah, so I am very grateful that that I married my best friend, especially in the pandemic.
yay, Maggie, everybody. Woo!
We're, you know, almost inseparable since March, you know, the early March. And I wrote this song about 18 years ago before we got 19 years ago before we got married, and I had made the mistake of breaking up with her. And yeah, and I was like, oh.
Whoa.
I tried to find a way back in, and she was gracious enough to let me back. So this is called One More Try. And by the way, I wanted to mention that this is one of my favorite songs to play live. If Arch is still on the thing, Arch is the band and Billy Coulter band, and actually Seth Keibel is the and the Natty Bows, which is our jump blues band. So nice to see you guys or hear you guys or know that you're out there. Anyway, this is called One More Try. Took it all for granted, like you'd be there when I'm through. Don't try to understand it. For me it's nothing new. Well, I run at the first sign of love, but I can't seem to get me enough from you. 'Cause the things I wish I told you still trapped inside my mind. I could find a way to show you if you give me one more try. Never wrote a love song. I guess this'll have to do. I'll try to find inside me the words I hide from you. I've never known anything close to this, so I'm sure it's true. There may be more, 'cause the things I wish I told you are still trapped inside my mind. I could find a way to show you if you give me one more try. Don't dream about tomorrow. Don't think of yesterday. If I give you 10 dozen roses, would you listen to the words I'm saying? Well, I know that I broke your heart, but I just wanna make a new start. Come on, babe. 'Cause the things I wish I told you were still trapped inside my mind. I can find a way to show you if you give me one more try. Yeah, yeah, those things I wish I told you, they're still trapped inside my mind. I can find a way to show you. Just give me one more, give me one more try. Just one more try, baby, yeah.
Never tire of that song. That was fabulous, Billy. I guess it worked, huh?
Yeah. Really for her, right?
Yay.
No, it's as well. You're a good catch there, Billy.
Wicked good catch.
I'll drink to that.
Billy, Arch wants us to ask you about the half smokes, and I want to know if that's on a bun or not a bun.
Yeah. The Half Smokes is our new band that's a WHFS tribute band. So, so much of my musical taste was influenced by WHFS growing up. And we play everything from the late 70s to the early 90s that was on WHFS in DC. So Arch is bass player in that. Bill Williams is the guitarist, and Rich Nagel is in drums.
Good. Well, I know you're going to be playing some True Fact songs.
There you go. Everyone watching?
Right. Exactly.
Well, this was so much fun, you guys. Unfortunately, we're coming to a close.
Oh, no.
But what a way to end on a love song. That was perfect, you know. And thank you,
Cletus. Thank you, Cletus Kennelly, and thank you, Lori Kelley.
Of course. Thank you.
And Billy Coulter. And cheers to everyone.
Billy, yeah.
And everyone who's watching, share, and you'll see it archived. And I think we expect like 5 million people to watch the archive.
Gazillion.
Woo! Yeah.
Gazillion. It was great to have you. So nice to see
Thank
you.
you.
We can do it live sometime.
Yes, let's do that.
Aw, thank you.
All right,
Love you
cheers,
guys.
everyone.
Love you, girls.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.